Well, pleasant evening, everyone. Welcome into Wildcat Gym. We've got Lady Cat volleyball for you tonight as Wills Point. The Wills Point Lady Tigers are in the house for a non-district game. And Lady Cats come in ranked number 13. I checked with the rankings today, and they had not changed them from last week. So the Lady Cats remaining in the number 13 spot in the state of Texas, according to the Texas Girls Coaches Association poll. Wills Point has a nice record. They're 18-7. They're coached by Christopher Williams. Plus, Lady Cats coached by Justin Manus. And these two teams have played once already this season, back in the Wills Point tournament. That was back on August the 18th. It was the second day of that Wills Point tournament, and the Lady Cats defeated Wills Point by the score of 2-0. Beat them 2 sets to 0, which is usually what you do in a tournament to kind of speed things along, so you don't have any of those long 5-set matches, any of that kind of stuff. And speaking of other matches, let's look at the freshman and JV results tonight. We'll start with Jared Hammock's freshman team. They won 2-0. They won by the score of 25-18, 25-15. And then the JV of Coach David Carrillo gave it all they had, but they ended up losing 25-20 and 26-24. I really thought they had that one. I thought they were going to force a third set in that one, but they lost 2-0 to Wills Point. Lady Cats break out of the huddle, and they are all on the court right now. Wills Point still gathered around their coach again, Christopher Williams. And Wills Point, they've got some good sports programs, and this volleyball team apparently is a good one. That good sterling 18-7 record, nothing wrong with that. As we're just about ready to get rolling here. Erica Van Bentham's with her team, but she didn't warm up, so I think she's still trying to recuperate from that ankle injury that she suffered on the second day of practice back on August the 2nd. But I tell you what, those ankles can take a long time to get well. And she's just barely running right now. So she's still got some work to do, and but we look forward to having her on the court whenever it might be. And her teammates have, I know they've missed her. She's newcomer of the year last year, but they'll just continue to persevere. And as you have to do when somebody is recuperating from an injury, you just got to pick up the slack for them. As we're very, very close to the start of this one here. Lady Cats with a 1-game winning streak. They went to Liberty Ilo and won on Friday, 3-1. Last time they were in this gym, 1 week ago, they played, almost said Commerce. That's not right. They played Paris and lost 3-1. They won the first set and then lost the next 3. And they just had one of those general off days. And Mama said there'd be days like this. Well, that's the kind of day that one was for the Lady Cats. But they got off to that slow start in Liberty Ilo, but then they made some changes that Coach Manus was telling us about, where they got their block where they wanted it and started blocking the Lady Leopards shots, and that turned the match around. I tell you what, you get those you blast that ball away and it gets blocked right back in your face. It has an impact on you. I've seen it, because you get a little gun shy and you don't want to do that. You start kind of trying to ease it over the net, and a lot of times you'll just find the net with it. And the officials still checking to make sure that, I think they just measured the net. I thought they did that like before the very first match, but they're re-measuring to make sure that that thing is the proper height and has the proper space underneath. They've got a little device that does that. And the official that did that is now climbing up into the eyrie, that's what I call the eagle's nest. And he'll be up there. We have one official, of course, court side and down on the court, and one up in the eyrie. And so we get ready to start here. And the official checking all the numbers, and now Sadie Stroud has made her appearance. For some reason, the libero cannot start. Don Wallace and I were talking about that. But she checked in now, and Lexi Wisenhunt will serve to get us going here. And here's Lexi's serve, and it's over the net. And second shot by Wills Point. Oh, a couple of players looked at each other. I got it, you take it. And the old vaudeville, Alphonse and Gaston made that popular. 1-0. Lexi Wisenhunt with another serve. I do not remember vaudeville, by the way, except by memories, videotape, stuff like that. Lady Cats hit it across the back line. That was Abby Bayer, and we're tied at 1. Serve now going to Wills Point. And here is the Lady Tigers serve. A good one popped up in the air by Bayer. Wisenhunt sets it up. Autumn Tanton slammed it, and she will get the kill on that one. Went off of a Lady Tiger, and the Lady Cats are up 2-1. And Sadie Stroud, the libero, is back to serve for the Lady Cats. Sadie's serve on the way, a good one. Second Wills Point hit, and over it goes. Hit by Sydney Washburn. Wisenhunt over to Sadie Washburn. She hit the ball real hard, but it went just over the back line, and we're tied at 2. And Wills Point will have the serve here. Wait a minute. There was must have been a deflection or some kind of a thing here. But they're giving the serve back to Sadie Stroud, so they need to change the score if they're going to do that. Yes, it's going to be to 3-1. And there's Stroud's serve, a good one. Wills Point second hit, and over it goes. Sydney Washburn pops it up. Wisenhunt sets it up, and there's a nice finish there by Maddie Vickery. A lot of steam on that one, and the Lady Cats are up 4-1. And Stroud continues to serve here. After a reversal on a point, and Stroud serve. Wills Point second shot, and over but blocked there by Autumn Tanton. And that handcuffed Wills Point. Ball went out of bounds after Tanton's block, but it hit off of a Wills Point player on the deflection. Stroud with another serve. Lady Cats leading 5-1 into the net. Almost crawled over the net that time. It hit right at the top and just refused to go over. It's a 5-2 game, and Wills Point now serving. And serving for them now is Megan Wadsworth. Wadsworth serve, dug out by Stroud. Wisenhunt sets it up. Tanton hit it real hard, but Wills Point returned it. Tanton hit it back over again. Wills Point will set up the net, ease it over. Wisenhunt pops it up. Tanton pops it up, and Vickery just served it over softly, and that proved to be more than the Lady Tigers could handle there. Nice job by Vickery with a soft kill that time. Killing me softly, the volleyball would say, along with Roberta Flack. There's a serve by Autumn Tanton up near the net and over. Hit by Stroud high in the air. Wisenhunt will set it up. Vickery, she popped it across the back line. Didn't really get on top of that one where you can hammer it down to the court. And so it went back across the back line. 6-3 is the score, and now the libero, Addison Prather, is serving. Her serve, dug out by Tanton, popped up Wisenhunt to Vickery, hits it across. Wills Point keeps it alive, and over it goes. Tanton pops it up. Wisenhunt sets up for Sydney Washburn. Hit all the way back across, and then a handcuff the Lady Cats. So now it's a 6-4 game. And another serve on the way. And that one went into the net. 7-4 Lady Cats lead, and back to serve now is Maddie Millsap, who was having a whole lot of fun with some of the pregame music. Really enjoying that. Millsap serve and an ace. Lady Cats up 8-4. Like to see those players that really love being out there, enjoy the game. Millsap, another serve over. Second shot, Wills Point, and over. Oh, that one went off of Sadie Stroud and then headed over toward the Lady Cats bench. It's an 8-5 lead for the Lady Cats now. Player I can remember having a lot of fun on the court was Jessie Castro. Now, she was a volleyball player, went off to college on a volleyball scholarship, played some basketball too, and she really enjoyed her time on the basketball court. There's a second shot, and over it goes for the Lady Cats. Wills Point will set it up toward the net, and blocked by the Lady Cats. The Wills Point got it back across. Ball is set up to Sydney Washburn. She hammered it off of a Lady Tiger, but they kept it alive and returned it. Hit by Sadie Washburn to Wisenhunt to Sydney Washburn. Really hammered it, but they returned it. Tanton gets it up to Wisenhunt. She'll set up Sadie Washburn across the back line. Now, the last time she did that, she had a reversal from the officials, but not this time. So it's now an 8-6 Lady Cat lead. And Wills Point now serving. And that one's over, hit by Autumn Tanton. Wisenhunt will set it up and over by Sadie Stroud. But an illegal hit, ruled by Sadie as she kind of pushed it over the net. Looked like some confusion there to have her hit it in the first place. 8-7 now, Wills Point serve, hit by Tanton, popped up Wisenhunt. Sydney Washburn, nice finish by Sydney. She hit it real hard. And Wills Point not able to do much with it, but hit it back toward the back line. 9-7 now, Lady Cats lead. And Sadie Washburn now serving. And Sadie's hit on the way. Up near the net, Wills Point will set it up. Lady Cats block it, but it stayed on their side. So point for Wills Point, and Lady Cats lead is 9-8. And Wills Point serve coming now from Olivia McMath. So McMath now serving. Gets it over. Popped up by Tanton. Wisenhunt pops it up. And the illegal hit on the Lady Cats. I say a cupped hit rather than a clean hit. And we're tied at 9. Wills Point, after being behind 5-1, has tied it up 9-9 here. Wills Point serve hit by Millsap. Wisenhunt pops it up, and Tanton gets it over. Wills Point will set up the net. I think the Lady Cats Wisenhunt got a block on that, and it could not be returned by Wills Point. Lady Cats back out to a 10-9 lead. And here is Sydney Washburn. And Sydney serve, a good one. Wills Point second hit, and over it goes, but out of bounds. It went over by the Lady Cat bench. Lady Cats leading 11-9. What kind of athlete is Sydney Washburn? After playing 4 sets of volleyball on Friday night, she ran cross country Saturday morning, bright and early. I mean, they started at 7:30. She just hit one into the net. It's 11-10. And Wills Point serving now to try to tie the game again. But that's some of the courageous stuff that you don't read about always. There's the second hit, and over it goes Abby Bayer. And that was a feather job by Abby, who usually hits the ball about as hard as she can. That time she just feathered it over into a nice spot. Lady Cats lead 12-10, and Lexi Wisenhunt now serving for the Lady Cats. Probably the one that does more things on the court. Explain that in a second. And now Wills Point got it over, went off the Lady Cat net players, and it's 12-11. Because Wisenhunt will not only serve, but she has 1,000,000 assists. She always leads the team in assists. That's her job, main job. But she also has digs. I mean, she just does a little bit of everything, and then, can get kills and blocks. Wills Point has it right now, and they get it over into a dead spot in the Lady Cats defense, and we're tied at 12. Wills Point battling back. We were tied at 9, and then at 12. Wills Point serve. Oh, it went off of Sydney Washburn and went sideways, and Wills Point, I believe, takes their first lead of the contest. That is correct. And we have a timeout taken here with Wills Point leading in set 1, 13-12. And we'll take a break, back in a moment. Back to play here at Wildcat Gym. Wills Point leading 13-12, and they serve. Hit by Bayer. Wisenhunt sets up Tanton, who got it over and dumped it. It landed just inside the corner there in front of the young lady that's doing the flag officiating, helping out the crew here. Looks like one of the JV players for the Lady Cats has the flag on the other side. We're tied again at 13, and here's Stroud with the serve. Oh, she put that curve on it that she usually does, and that one curved right off the court. Wills Point leading 14-13. And back to serve Megan Wadsworth. Hits it over. Stroud digs it. Wisenhunt sets it back to Sadie Washburn, who hit it. Oh, right in the corner. Nice shot there by Sydney Washburn on a nice kill, and we're tied at 14. So nip and tuck here. Autumn Tanton serving. And Autumn gets it across. Second shot, Wills Point, and over it goes. Popped up by Stroud. Wisenhunt sets it up, and Vickery hammers it over. Wills Point pops it back over on the Lady Cat side. It went up into the ceiling, and the officials disallowed that, and the Lady Cats have a 15-14 lead. Autumn Tanton with another serve, a good one. Second Wills Point shot as they set up the net, and then that one missed on the near side. Nicely called there by the young lady to our right with the flag. Not sure whether she's Sulphur Springs or whether they're responsible for providing somebody or whether Wills Point's helping out. Wait a minute. Looks like we have an overrule here. I don't know what happened. Autumn Tanton maybe. Well, I thought she was going to come by and ask. They have not changed the score. It's still 15-15. Now they have. Here's a Wills Point serve dug up there by Tanton. Wisenhunt over to Vickery, who pushes it over with two hands. Up near the net, Wills Point pushes it over. Good dig by Sadie Washburn. Set up the net, and Maddie Vickery with a nice kill. And the Lady Cats now with a 16-15 lead, and in to serve again is Maddie Millsap, the lefty. Usually puts a little curveball English on there. Second hit by Wills Point up the net. A good dig by Millsap, and Wisenhunt slings it back over. Wills Point returns it, and the Lady Cats couldn't dig it off the floor. We're tied at 16. We've been tied 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Wills Point serving in a tight match here. Best 3 out of 5. Wills Point serve hit by Millsap. Wisenhunt sets up Sadie Washburn, and she could not clear the net. Wills Point takes a 17-16 lead. Hope the Lady Cats don't get into a habit of losing these first sets. Here's Hope Turner now, as Kate Womack checks in for the Lady Cats. And serving is Hope Turner. Turner serve dug up by the Lady Cats. Wisenhunt pops it up and over by Kate Womack. Wills Point sets up the net. Good block by the Lady Cats, but Wills Point kept it alive nicely, and they hit it over that time to the Lady Cats. Oh, they kept it going and got it back across. Nicely done. I thought they were dead ducks. And now I thought they were dead ducks again. They returned it again. That's 2 times that they've done very, very well. There's a sling job, but what an athletic play there by Sydney Washburn as she jumped up at an awkward angle and hit that ball back down to the court. We're tied at 17. And Kate Womack now serving for the Lady Cats. Jump serve, nicely done there. Up near the net, and Lady Cats blocked it. And it hit that aerial up there. And that'll be disallowed. Wills Point now takes an 18-17 lead. So Wills Point serving here, and the server is Olivia McMath. Her serve is going to go back across the back line. Properly called, looked like to me, 18-18. And Sydney Washburn is now back to serve. Sydney's serve on the way. Here's the Wills Point second shot, and over it goes, but across the back line. Broke up what would I'm sure would be a marvelous conversation between the JV and freshman coach there. Here's Sydney Washburn's serve. Second shot, Wills Point, and over. That's going to fly over the line. The Lady Cats have a 20-18 lead. The conversationalist I was talking about, Jared Hammock, and also David Carrillo. Of course, Carrillo's shooting video, and Hammock's back there just to chew the fat, as we used to say. I actually still say that, as I just did. 20-18, Lady Cats leading here in set one. Let's take a break here, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, Wills Point coming out of their huddle there. Lady Cats leading 20-18, and Sydney Washburn will continue to serve here. She's had two in a row. The Lady Cats 20-18 lead. Washburn serve. Boy, that was a good one. Wills Point sets up the net. Blocked by the Lady Cats. Wills Point returned it. Lady Cats keep it alive over to Autumn Tanton. Oh, she hit that ball hard, but Wills Point kept it alive and returned it. Sydney Washburn to Wisenhunt to Abby Bayer. Oh, what a hit. Wills Point scrambling to keep it alive, but that third shot will fall short. But what a very gallant effort there by those young Lady Tigers from Wills Point. Give them credit for a lot of hustle there as they scramble to try to get that back. Another serve now for Sydney Washburn. Hit by Wills Point. And Abby Bayer may have blocked that shot anyway. It stayed on the Wills Point side, and the Lady Cats now have scored 4 straight points, and they lead 22-18, and Sydney Washburn with another serve, and another good one. Second shot, Wills Point. This will have to go over. It will not. They look kind of disheveled right now. It's 23-18, and Sydney Washburn will have yet another serve. Served by Sydney, a good one. Second shot, Wills Point. This will have to go over, and does. Dug there by Sydney Washburn. Wisenhunt sets up Autumn Tanton. Oh, my. A big kill by Autumn Tanton there. That was a beautiful assist there by Wisenhunt. That was right where Autumn Tanton wants it. Right in the wheelhouse. 24-18. Sydney Washburn serve. Second Wills Point shot, and over, but over the back line, just missed, and the Lady Cats will win the first set by scoring the last 7 points in the match, and they win 25-18. So the Lady Cats will lead Wills Point 1-0, and we'll take a timeout as the teams will be changing courts. Lady Cats heading to the right court and Wills Point to the left court. And we'll take a break here, and we'll be back with the start of set 2 right after this break. Wills Point just now breaking up over there. They had a long talk. Yeah, I think you get 2.5 minutes, something like that, between sets. And they used 2 minutes plus, I think. And even the coach continued to talk to a few players after they broke out of the huddle. See the Lady Cats right now. They've got Sadie Stroud already out there. They've got Taylor McElfresh is in there, Maddie Millsap, Autumn Tanton, Lexi Wisenhunt, and also Abby Bayer, I believe, are going to be the starters for the Lady Cats here in set number 2. Wills Point will be serving first, and their server will be Kaylin Dryman. And Dryman serve, hit by Stroud. Wisenhunt pops it up. Tanton hammers it. I think they always like Autumn to get the first kill. Here's a return. Oh, it was kind of danced along the net. Went back on Wills Point side. They return it. What a beautiful dig by McElfresh, but did not get awarded as the ball ended up going back over, and then Wills Point knocked it down on the Lady Cat side. So Wills Point leads here in set 2, 1-0. Dryman with another serve. Hit by Millsap. Oh, all the way back over. Lady Cats scramble and keep it alive. Millsap now dumps it back over. And Wills Point will set up the net, but young lady tried to hit it real hard, and it went right into the net. We're tied at 1. And Lexi Wisenhunt is back to serve for the Lady Cats. And substitution for Wills Point, and coming in is going to be Taylor McCullough. And she will be replacing, looks like Dawn Smith. So Taylor McCullough in there, a pretty tall young lady. And Wisenhunt now with the serve for the Lady Cats. As I've mentioned in several broadcasts, she's the first option on the serve. Ooh, that one's into the net. Wills Point up 2-1. That's rare. You don't see Lexi drive that ball in the net that much. She's usually a pretty good server. I mean, there's a reason she's the first option out there. Now serving Wills Point is Emily Cabanis. Remember, an old JP in the Waco area. John Cabanis. There's a serve, dug there, and but dug out of bounds by the Lady Cats, and Wills Point with a 3-1 lead. You remember people like that because he was one of the first JPs I ever covered in the news business there in the Waco area. Actually, Waco, the Waco JPs. There's a serve, dug by Stroud. Wisenhunt sets it up. The Lady Cats pop it over. And now back over on the Lady Cat side. What a hit by Tanton there, but Wills Point hits it back. Set up, Tanton again, getting it over. Wills Point returns, good dig, Abby Bayer. Wisenhunt pops it up, and Stroud got it over. Second Wills Point shot, and that one's over, dug by McElfresh. Oh, but she dug it too much into the net that time, and Wisenhunt couldn't handle it. I'll tell you, Wills Point, they look like they're on a mission here in this set. They are playing with a lot of purpose. They're up 4-1. And another serve there by Dryman. Second shot, Lady Cats, and over there by Taylor McElfresh. Wills Point will set the ball up, but what a good block by the Lady Cats. But Wills Point got a very nice hit to get it back over. Set up to Tanton. And we have a hitting violation on Wills Point. Point for the Lady Cats. And Wills Point is up 4-2, and Sadie Stroud is back to serve. Stroud, the second serving option always. And over it goes, dug by Stroud. Wisenhunt pops it up. Vickery shot blocked. Lady Cats keep it alive, and Vickery got it over. Oh, that hit right on the line. I thought it was going to go wide, but it hit right on the line. Good flag call there by young lady all in maroon. Lady Cats trail now only 4-3. Stroud with another serve coming here. Sadie serve, good one. Wills Point sets up the net. Oh, it hit it too hard, landed right at the feet of Carrillo and Hammock now, who continued their gab session over there by the bench. Boy, if that ever get back to those guys, they're going to say, you picking on us? I would say, you bet. Wills Point got the point. They're up 5-3. And there's a hit from Stroud to Wisenhunt. And the Lady Cats hammered across. That was, Wills Point returns it. Wisenhunt high in the air, and over it goes there by Kate Womack. Set up to the net, and it hit across the back line by Wills Point. And the Lady Cats are back to within one at 5-4. Wouldn't pick on Hammock and Carrillo if I didn't really like those two guys. Two of my favorite coaches. I have very few that aren't my favorites at Sulphur Springs High School, but those softball and baseball coach, really great fellows. There's a good serve there by Autumn Tanton. Over by Wills Point. Boy, that player really fooled the Lady Cats. Instead of setting the ball up, she slung it over the net. If you don't get called for grab and toss, that really is a good option. Wills Point leads 6-4, and the player that did that is now serving. And this is Hope Turner. And Turner's jump serve is hit by Stroud. Wisenhunt will pop it up to Womack. She got it over. And then Wills Point will knock it on the Lady Cat side, and they tried to block it but couldn't keep it. They couldn't get it over the net. Wills Point leading 7-4. I wouldn't be surprised Coach Manus with a quick timeout here. Here's Turner's serve, hit by Stroud. Wisenhunt sets it over, popped over by Sydney Washburn. Wills Point shot, very good block there by Sydney Washburn. That was a block solo all the way there. Nobody else could get credit for that. You could clearly see that Sydney got that one. And Lady Cats back to within 7-5. And here's Maddie Millsap, left-hander. Serves from terra firma. And then Wills Point hit it over into the Lady Cats bench. Lady Cats down by just one, now 7-6. Millsap from another serve coming. And Millsap hits it over. Second shot, Wills Point. They'll set up the net. Oh, they hit it right into net, people, for the Lady Cats, and they stayed on their side. It's a couple of times that's happened now. And Wills Point has an 8-6 lead, and they'll be back in serving. And something I haven't seen in a long time, a lady using the bottom of her tennis shoes to dry her hands. This was Olivia McMath. See, basketball players do that. Serve is over. Wyatt was wide on the near side here. And the Lady Cats again trail by one at 8-7. And back to serve will be Kate Womack. There's Kate's jump serve, a good one. Up near the net, Wills Point will set up the net. Dug there by Womack. Set up Wisenhunt. Tanton tries to finish. Wills Point kept it alive, and they'll return, but blocked there by Sydney Washburn. Lady Cats keep it alive. Abby Bear hammered it, but had an illegal hit along the way for the Lady Cats. One of them that the officials did not like. And Wills Point leads 9-7. And they are serving. Here's a serve over, dug by Stroud. Wisenhunt sets it up to Abby Bear. Oh, she tried to hit it real hard, but that never got any elevation. It was right into that net. Wills Point leading 10-7. Here in set number 2, Lady Cats won the first set. There's a Wills Point serve dug by Tanton. Oh, dug it sideways. Second shot, and over it goes. Lady Cats pull that one out of the hat. Hit by Wills Point. Millsap high in the air. Hit by the Lady Cats, and Millsap got it back over. Wills Point will now set up the net. And it just hit the court. I thought that was out, but it just hit the line over there. According to both flag judges, they both signaled in. 11-7, and that 4-point deficit is enough for Justin Manus to call timeout here to try to right the ship. So the Lady Cats trailing 11-7. They won the first set 25-18. Let's take a break here and back in a moment. Just about ready to get back to play here. Lady Cats have just broken the huddle. They reset the clock, and Wills Point serving now, leading 11-7 here in set number 2. And Harley Prather now serving for Wills Point. There's the serve, hit by Millsap. Wisenhunt will set it up, and Sydney Washburn punched it over. Good block by the Lady Cats there. I think Sydney Washburn may have gotten another one, but Abby Bear was right there too, and the Lady Cats get back to within 3 at 11-8, and Taylor McElfresh is now back to serve for the Lady Cats. And Taylor's serve on the way, a good one. Wills Point, hit it too hard, and Autumn Tanton said thank you very much, and she just jumped up there and dumped it back on the Wills Point side. Lady Cats back to within 2 now at 11-9. McElfresh with another serve coming, and a good one. They pump back across, and Wisenhunt hit it. She missed the court, though. Close call as it just drifted wide. So a point for Wills Point, and they lead 12-9. And they're serving. And now serving is Kaylin Dryman. Hit by Stroud. Wisenhunt sets up Tanton. Again, right in her wheelhouse. Almost, Autumn was almost beginning to come down, but she was still so high up in the air that she was able to drive it to the court. Lady Cats back to within 12-10. And Wisenhunt will now serve for the Lady Cats. And it caused Wills Point to hit it into the cheap seats over here. Although every seat costs the same, I'll tell you that. It's just an expression. And actually, those would probably be big-time seats anywhere or a volleyball venue. And Wisenhunt's serve is into the net. Wills Point leading 13-11 here And Wills Point will be serving. They have player check in off the bench to serve. And this server is going to be Emily Cabanis. Emily serve. Oh, an ace. Looked like she hit the ball, and it just floated over the net and found a perfect spot. Now 14-11, Wills Point lead. Football players beginning to come in. Practice is over. There's Dryman serve hit by Abby Bayer. Wisenhunt sets up Tanton again with a beautiful setup right in the Autumn Tanton wheelhouse there. Autumn had 13 kills against Liberty Ilo, so I think she and Wisenhunt are really, not that they were ever far off, but I think they're really getting in tune now. And Sadie Stroud getting ready to serve. And Wills Point will set up the net. They feather it over. Lady Cats keep it alive. Oh, but everybody backed off and let the ball land. And Wills Point now leads 15-12. And their libero is now serving. Stroud hits it. Wisenhunt pops it up. Lady Cats hammer it real hard, and then, the ball ended up right over the net, and Autumn Tanton, her kills are beginning to be beautiful now. I mean, she is hammering that ball big time. I mean, Autumn has had a strong season, but she's getting better. Is that allowed? There's Tanton's serve. Lady Cats got it back, and now, Vickery, what a finish. Maddie says, let me show you this. And the Lady Cats are down just 15-14 now. Autumn Tanton with a serve. And Autumn's serve is a good one. Set up near the net. And over by, good finish there by Wills Point. And they're back up 16-14. They've been pesky in this set. They have been playing with a lot of vigor. And serve now for Turner. Hit by Stroud. Wisenhunt will set up. And Lady Cats hammered across. That was Kate Womack. And Wills Point will hit it back to the Lady Cats side, and it went off one of the Lady Cat players. And Wills Point up 17-14. And once again, Hope Turner serving for Wills Point. Cut it over, dug by Tanton. Wisenhunt will set it over to Vickery. I thought that was going to be one that caused Maddie to get off the court to do that. She just managed to hang in there and then hit a really hard kill. And the Lady Cats are back to within 2, 17-15, and Maddie Millsap serving. Now, everybody, we have an official that's checking something at the scorers table. And that allows Christopher Williams, the head coach for Wills Point, to talk to some of his players and maneuver them around a little bit. Maddie Millsap still waiting, but we've got a conversation going on as the court side official is talking to Ms. Frazier over there. And they are resolving some issues, I would assume. Coach Manus is having a conversation with Millsap, who's doing a little coaching there as she gets ready to serve, but she's still waiting for this conversation at the scorers table to be wrapped up here. Yeah, and that official looks kind of like I do sometime when I'm trying to get my checkbook to bounce. This has kind of a perplexed look, like, what in the heck did I do? But she's got it all figured out now. And we're just about back to action here. Now they've given Maddie the signal. And Millsap serve coming here for the Lady Cats. That's second Wills Point hit, and over it goes. Hit by Millsap. Wisenhunt will set it up to Kate Womack, and a nice kill there by Kate. Playing on the, coming in from the side. And the Lady Cats back to within 17-16. Millsap with another serve coming. A good one. Set up near the net, and Wills Point will get it over. Tanton will set it up. Wisenhunt for Sydney Washburn, and she just got it inside the line. This is one of the best performances I've seen from Sydney Washburn, in my humble opinion. I'll check that with the coach and see what he thinks. And I'll also ask him maybe is Autumn Tanton getting better. That's a scary thought, and that'd be a great thought for our team. Wills Point returns. Millsap to Wisenhunt, and knocked over by the Lady Cats. Wills Point will set up the net. They get it over. Oh, it went off of one of the Lady Cats and then out of bounds. So Wills Point back in the lead at 18-17. Pesky Wills Point, I'm telling you. Olivia McMath getting ready to serve for the Lady Tigers. Gets it over. Tanton digs. Wisenhunt sets it up. Oh, a nice finish by Sydney Washburn. Again, it hit right inside the back line. Sydney's going to have good stats. I'm very convinced. Maybe it's knowing that she doesn't have to run cross country tomorrow. And here's Kate Womack with a serve. We're tied at 18. Wills Point gets it over. Oh, that was a nice finish by Dawn Smith for Wills Point, and they take the lead at 19-18. Lady Cats have had a hard time getting into the lead here. I have to go back and try to find out when the last time they led. There's a Wills Point serve hit by Stroud. Wisenhunt will set it up to Abby Bayer, and a nice kill. Abby Bayer ripped it, and we're tied at 19. And checking in off the bench to serve is Taylor McElfresh. There's at number 12 for the Lady Cats. And Taylor's jump serve on the way. Wills Point hits it up into the net, and they couldn't dig it out. Nice try there by Hope Turner to try to dig that ball out of the net. You very rarely see that successful. Lady Cats lead 20-19. McElfresh with another serve coming here. And it's a good one. Wills Point set up the net and hit it across. Stroud hits it. It's Wisenhunt. And over the net it goes. Again, Autumn Tanton with a real feather return there in a good spot. And Lady Cats lead 21-19. McElfresh, another serve coming. And Taylor serve, a good one. There's the second Wills Point hit, and over it goes. Oh, hammered though, but Wills Point kept it alive, and they'll set up the net. They got their shot blocked, but they'll keep it alive, and Wills Point returns it, but it went wide. And Coach Williams over there kind of clapped those hands together like, oh, darn. That was a close call, but it clearly out. And McElfresh with another serve coming here. And Taylor serve on the way, a good one. Second Wills Point hit. And, a couple of players let the ball fall between them. And the Lady Cats up 23-19. And McElfresh serving once again. She's had 4 in a row. And, I thought there was going to be a timeout, but Wills Point was just significant substitutions. Look like they're bringing at least 3 players, several players in anyway. And now back to serve here for McElfresh, a good one. Hit sideways by the libero. And McElfresh with 5 straight points, and it's 24-19. Taylor McElfresh with another serve coming here. And Taylor's serve on the way, a good one. Wills Point second shots. This will have to go over, and does. Hit by Millsap. Wisenhunt set up Tanton. She put her shot return. Lady Cats keep it alive. Over to Abby Bayer. Oh, man, unless she got a deflection, which did not. And it's 24-20. Thought they were going to serve that one out just like they did the first set. Almost, but not quite. Wills Point with a serve trailing 24-20. Hit by Stroud. Wisenhunt will in the set, with a nice return into a nice open spot. Heady play there by Lexi Wisenhunt. And the Lady Cats are up on Wills Point now, 2-0. And the scores have been 25-18 and 25-20. So set 3 coming up. Lady Cats leading 2-0. And once again, the teams will return to their original courts. Lady Cats to our left and Wills Point to our right. And we'll take a break here, and we'll be back with the start of set number 3 right after this break. Just about ready to get back to play here in set number 3. Wills Point actually still in the huddle, but they've only got 15 seconds more of time on the clock for this break. Among the football players we see, I see Landry Tyson over there. That was his quarterback, DeCorian Young. Landry also plays some defense, by the way. Some of the basketball players also over there. Xavier Cork. We've seen Cameron Kahn here. And Day-Day Hall. And a few of those. Jeremiah Rowland, I believe, also seen those guys around here. Enjoying all the sports. The athletes like to support each other. Lady Cats will start serving here, and Lexi Wisenhunt, that's her time, first serving position. And here's Lexi's serve to get us going in set 3. Wills Point will set it up at the net. Lady Cats block it. Wills Point keeps it alive. This will have to go over, and does. Dug by Stroud. Oh, it's right up in that net, and Wills Point dumped it on the Lady Cats side. They lead 1-0. The Wills Point will now serve. And back to serve is Kaylin Dryman. Dryman serve, hit by Bayer, but never got a whole lot on that, and it didn't get much elevation. 2-0, Wills Point leads here in set 3. They're down in sets, 2-0. Dryman serve, hit by McElfresh. Lady Cats tried to keep it alive. It actually went too far and over into the Wills Point side. They returned it, and the Lady Cats could not successfully return it. It's Wills Point leading 3-0. There's a serve hit by Stroud. Oh, it goes backwards. Oh, what a bad start for the Lady Cats. They're down 4-0, and that causes Justin Manus to clap his hands and kind of glare on the court there. And kind of like, come on, team, get with it. Here's Dryman's serve, hit by Bayer. Wisenhunt sets up Tanton, a good strong hit, but Wills Point keeps it alive and then returned it. Oh my, they took the Lady Cats' best shot there and able to get it back across, and they're ahead 5-0. Dryman with another serve. There's her serve, hit by Bayer. Popped up by Stroud. And that went across the back line by Vickery, 6-0. Coach Manus, hands on hips. Not a happy coach. Dryman serve. Bayer pops it up. Wisenhunt sets up Tanton. Feathered it over into an open spot. Lady Cats back to within 6-1. Autumn with a soft kill that time. There's Sadie Stroud with a serve. Set up to the net for Wills Point. They get it over. They hit it into a good spot. But there was a hitting error on Wills Point. Well, Lady Cats get the point. And that'll make it, wait a minute. They threw the ball over to the wrong side. Now it's coming back over to the Lady Cat side. It should be 2-6, 6-2, and the scoreboard has corrected. And Sadie Stroud to serve. Lady Cats down 6-2. Stroud serve. Hit by Wills Point. Second shot, and over it goes. Popped up by Wisenhunt. Stroud pops it up toward Vickery. Oh, what a hammer. But Wills Point got it back. Wisenhunt will set up Tanton, but she had to bend her back so much to get that low setup that she couldn't get a whole lot on it, couldn't get it above the net. Wills Point leads 7-2. And in to serve for the Lady Tigers is Emily Cabanis. Her serve. Oh, it zipped across the net. Lady Cats kept it alive, but then they had several players trying to hit the ball, and the one that did hit it backwards. Actually, she was facing to the back wall, and that's where the ball went. 8-2, Wills Point with a big lead here in set 3. And Cabanis with another serve. Dug by McElfresh. Wisenhunt sets up Vickery, and Vickery got the kill. 8-3. Wills Point leads. Autumn Tanton to serve. And here's Autumn serve on the way. Got a good one. Second Wills Point shot, and over it goes and hit into an open spot on the Lady Cats court. On the Lady Cats side, Wills Point with a 9-3 lead here in set 3. Lady Cats lead 2-0. Wills Point is hard charging here out of the gate in set 3. Serve on the way, hit by Tanton. And Wisenhunt will set up Vickery, and she hit the ball on the Wills Point side. They tried to recover the ball and they had an illegal hit mixed in there. And Lady Cats are back to within 9-4 with Maddie Millsap now serving. Millsap serve, a good one. Wills Point hit it back across. Lady Cats keep it alive. Wisenhunt pops it up, and Kate Molmack got it back over. Wills Point, third shot, over it goes. Dug by Millsap. Wisenhunt will set it up to Kate Womack. I think she might have got entangled in the net or got under the net. And that'll be a point for Wills Point, and they lead 10-4, good buddy. So Wills Point now. Hope Turner checks in to serve. She is a soccer player. She'd have what usually the star wears, that number 10 in the sport of soccer. Turner serves, hit by Tanton. Wisenhunt sets it up, and Sydney Washburn punches it over. Wills Point returns it. Stroud hit it. Wisenhunt will set up Kate Washburn, and I think she got it in the deflection. It was ruled out, and correctly so, but the officials did see that deflection. I say correctly so because she's watching the line, and it's sailed by the line, but it was deflected. Lady Cats back to within 10-5. Womack serve. I may have called her Kate Washburn. I'm sorry about that. There's a good dig by Millsap. Oh, a couple of Wills Point players got their feet tangled up there, and they couldn't get to the ball. Luckily, none of them fell hard to the court. Lady Cats back to within 4 at 10-6. And Kate Womack is now serving for the Lady Cats. A good serve. And it ends up in the stands and hit sideways by Wills Point. Lady Cats fighting back into this match. They're down by 3 now at 10-7. And Womack with another serve. And Kate serve, a hard one right across the top of the net. Wills Point sets it up. Dug by Wisenhunt. Womack high into the air and over by Millsap. And now Wills Point threw it back across. A return by Abby Bayer. And Wills Point returns it. Oh, they hit it into a nice open spot. And Wills Point leads 11-7. And serving for them is now Olivia McMath. He is a senior, one of 6 on this Wills Point team. And McMath serve, hit by Millsap. Wisenhunt pops it high in the air to Abby Bayer. Oh, what a strong finish. Abby Bayer with a kill. Lady Cats back to within 3 at 11-8. And Taylor McElfresh checks in off the bench to serve for the Lady Cats. Made herself valuable as a server and a digger for the Lady Cats. Gets it over. Second Wills Point shot, and they got it over. Dug by Stroud nicely, and over by Abby Bayer. Punch back on the Lady Cats side, and Wisenhunt got it back across. And Wills Point, their third shot ended up in the net. Lady Cats back to within 2, 11-9, and McElfresh will have another serve. Taylor McElfresh. I remember seeing her play as a sub-varsity player. And serve on the way, ooh, into the net. Wills Point leads 12-9. And Wills Point serving here. They get it over. Just missed the back line on the serve. It's long. And the Lady Cats within 2 at 12-10. And Lexi Wisenhunt, we're back to the, in baseball, you'd say the top of the order. The number 1 hitter, the leadoff hitter, and the leadoff server is Lexi Wisenhunt. And Lexi serve, a good one. Second Wills Point shot, and over it goes. Nice block there, either Tanton or Vickery. They were right there, a couple of treetop tall Lady Cats there. And it's a 12-11 game. Lady Cats trail by 1, and Wisenhunt serve. Oh, she didn't get much on that. I did not feel optimistic that that was going to go over. Sure, Lexi would like a mulligan on that one. Wills Point leads 13-11. They get the serve across. Wisenhunt sets up Tanton, and she got it back across. Wills Point was fighting the ball, but they couldn't get a good hit on it. Lady Cats back to within 1 at 13-12, and Sadie Stroud now serving. Sadie, good serve. Wills Point will set up the net. They hit it across. Oh, that one seemed to be over everybody's head. Wisenhunt, who's pretty tall, tried to back up and get under that one, but could not. And Wills Point takes a 14-12 lead. They are very reluctant to give up the lead here. And here's Emily Cabanis. Gets it across, hit back across by Vickery. Wills Point's third shot did not clear the net. And the Lady Cats back to within 1, 14-13. Autumn Tanton serving. Number 3 in the serving order. After Wisenhunt, Stroud, and then Tanton. Autumn serve, a good one. Up near the net, Wills Point got it over. Womack hit it. Wisenhunt set it back to Womack, and she hit it off of a Wills Point player. I think it was going to be a good kill anyway, but that made it easy for the officials. And we're tied at 14. Maybe the first time, I'm almost certain the first time in this set, Lady Cats have gotten to a tie. They've gotten close. They got to within 1. Good serve by Tanton. Wills Point will set it up to the net. The shot is blocked, but it never went on the Wills Point side. It did a little dance on the net and then landed on the Lady Cat side. So Wills Point is now up 15-14. It's almost like it's saying, nah, 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 I'm not going to go over the net. Wills Point serve, hit by Tanton. Wisenhunt pops it up. Vickery. Maddie, a strong hit, but Wills Point returned it. The Lady Cats got it back across. That was a good kill there by Sydney Washburn. And we're tied at 15. And Maddie Millsap in off the bench to serve for the Lady Cats. And Maddie with a serve on the way, a good one. And second Wills Point hit, and across the back line. Lady Cats with, I believe, to be their first lead in this game, 16-15. Autumn Tanton plays an interesting position where she plays back there right in front of Maddie Millsap. That's used to see Kaylee Jefferson play that a lot last year. Wills Point sets up the net. Got it across. Lady Cats could not return it. Autumn ended up on the floor there trying to return it, trying to dig. That's why you see Autumn Tanton with so many doggone digs for a big, tall player that also gets a lot of kills because she plays back there in front of that server a lot of the time. Hope Turner ready to serve for Wills Point. It zipped across the net. Lady Cats keep it alive. They work it over to Kate Womack, who hit it across. Wills Point scrambling, but they got the third shot across. Sydney Washburn over to Wisenhunt, and she feathered it across, and they cannot handle it. Nice finish there by Lexi Wisenhunt. 17-16 lead, and Kate Womack now serving for the Lady Cats. And the officials just now letting Kate serve the ball. zipped across the top of the net, and Wills Point couldn't handle that. They got one hit on it, and it just went awry. And the Lady Cats up 18-16. Now, this could be the grand finale here. The Lady Cats leading 2-0. And Womack with a good serve. Here's a second Wills Point shot, and over it goes. Hit by Womack. Wisenhunt will set it to Abby Bayer. Bayer got it across. And Wills Point tried to return it. Wisenhunt got a good block. They sent it back to the Lady Cats. But then Autumn Tanton hammered it back across. Actually just threw it back across, and then Wills Point hit it just out of bounds. Lady Cats leading 19-16. Womack with another serve coming. Kate with a jump serve. Again, zips right across the net after hitting the top. Return by Wills Point. Hit by Millsap. Wisenhunt will set up Sydney Washburn. Hit back on the Lady Cat side. They keep it alive. Tanton will have to get it across. She does. Wills Point third shot is over. Popped up by Bayer. And Wisenhunt will set it back to Bayer. Her shot hit hard, but Wills Point kept it alive. Got it back on the Lady Cat side. And there's Sydney Washburn. Oh, did it hit the line? Right in front of Christopher Williams, and I think he's clapping his hands saying that was a good hit. At first he looked kind of shocked by the call, but I think he was signaling, no, that was a good one. Oh, wait a minute. It must not have been a good one. He may have been clapping because they overruled it. Here's a 19-17 score now, and Wills Point serves. Sydney Washburn, that one went across the back line. And we're back to 19-18 now. Lady Cats lead. And serving is Olivia McMath. McMath's serve is hit by Stroud. Wisenhunt will set it up to Abby Bayer. Abby feathered it back across, and then it's hit into the Lady Cats bench. Almost hit their manager over there, who's keeping the stats for Coach Manus. She was undeterred. She's been around volleyball enough to not worry about that kind of stuff. 20-18. And McElfresh serving. I think she's a Vickery too, if I've seen the identifications on the trophy kind of stuff. And now Wills Point will return it. Nice dig by Stroud. Popped up McElfresh, and Wisenhunt got it back across. Wills Point will set it up toward the net. It's over. Dug by Millsap up to the net. Wisenhunt hammered it back over. Wills Point returns it. Lady Cats set up Tanton. She hits it real hard, but Wills Point kept it alive and got it back over. Popped up Millsap. And Tanton feathers it over. Wills Point kept this one alive, though, and they get it back. Stroud pops it up. Wisenhunt turns and flings, but kept alive by Wills Point. Oh, they hit it into the net on the third hit. I know as a player that's got to be as frustrating a thing as can happen. 20-19. This shows that we're human beings, right? Taylor McElfresh with a serve, and she got it across. So, Wills Point players, they ran together there, and they could not hit the ball. You got to call that ball, and I'm sure that's what the coach is telling them. Lady Cats leading 21-19 here in set number 3. The Lady Cats won the first two, 25-18 and 25-20. We'll take a break here. We'll be back with more of the third set right after this. Wills Point just now breaking out of the huddle. Lady Cats leading 21-19. Belated birthday greeting, by the way, to Derek Driver. Had a poster up in the office at the high school, but actually his birthday was last Friday. Happy birthday there, Chief. There's the serve for the Lady Cats, McElfresh, and Wills Point will return it. McElfresh pops it up to Wisenhunt, and Autumn Tanton hammers it back across. Wills Point keeps it alive. They hit the ball. Stroud got it up to Abby Bayer, and Bayer hit it off one of the Lady Tigers, and then it went out of bounds. Lady Cats leading 22-19. They're on the verge here. They need 3 more points. McElfresh had a good series of serves in set 2. She just about served it out, all but the last point. There's a good serve. Second hit by Wills Point, and over it goes. Lady Cats keep it alive. Wisenhunt pops it up, and Stroud got it over. Well, that was close to the back line, but Wills Point couldn't take a chance, and they return it. Dug by McElfresh. Wisenhunt sets up to Abby Bayer, who pushes it over. Wills Point high in the air, right at the net. Good block by the Lady Cats. Wills Point scrambling, and another good block, Tanton. There's a return. Stroud pops it up. Wisenhunt sets up. Abby Bayer. Bayer hammers it across. Kept alive there by Wills Point, and they return it. Dug by Stroud with McElfresh on her back. They were both going for the dig. Lady Cats get it back across. Now Wills Point returns it. It went off of McElfresh, but there was an illegal hit along the way by something untoward for the Lady Cats, and so we're at 22-20. And Wills Point serving. Serve on the way, right into the net. Oh my. Lady Cats leading 23-20. And Lexi Wisenhunt will hope to serve this one out for the Lady Cats. Crowd getting ready to celebrate here. Wisenhunt serve. Second Wills Point hit. And over it goes. And Sadie Stroud went for the dig, missed it, but it went across the back line. And they're acting like it's over here. The scoreboard's got it at 24-20. Well, I don't know. It's actually got 24-19, which I've got 24-20. But they're shaking hands. I guess we'll just call it, I'm going to have to ask Coach Manus whether that's 25-20. I know Wills Point, I guess, well, maybe not. Maybe I gave that 23-20 point where I said something untoward had happened. Maybe it didn't, and that would make sense. So I think the final is going to be 25-19 in set number 3. The Lady Cats will win this match 3-0 over Wills Point. Really good. You could see how that's a good Wills Point team, as they really did not go down easy here, as they gave the Lady Cats a pretty good battle, but Lady Cats came out on top, and Lady Cats did very, very well closing out sets. It was 18-18 in set 1, and had a string of serves by Sydney Washburn that took it to 25-18. Served it all the way out. And then in set 2, Taylor McElfresh started serving at 20-19, and she did not give it up until it was 24-20. And then the Lady Cats wrapped it up on the serve by Wills Point. Then in set 3, looks like we were here at about 20-19, and I think the Lady Cats served it out there. Well, they got I don't know. There's some confusion in there because of that point that got reversed. But it looks like that it went from 20-19, and the Lady Cats served it out with 6 straight points. So they had a great knack for finishing off sets, and that's a good thing to have. When they were having a lot of success in tournaments and stuff, they were beginning to find ways to win like that. But the Lady Cats win this one by 3-0 over Wills Point. Lady Cats are now 22-5 for the season. They are well ahead of last year's team. That'll make the current girls thrilled, but a lot of these young ladies were on last year's team. But 22-5 for the Lady Cats after this win over Wills Point. Next up for the Lady Cats on Friday, they will be playing Wiley East in Wiley East. That'll be on a football Friday, where the Wildcats will be here at home. But once again, the schedules are all really strange this year. If you had a lot of coordination with the same teams in the district, you would probably have the Lady Cats playing volleyball before a home football game. But they've got different districts. Football has one district, and volleyball and every other sport has another district. And that's just, as Walter Cronkite would say, that's the way it is. So we've wrapped it up here. Lady Cats again win 3-0. We thank Doug Haston for shooting the video for your replay for the airing on Channel 18 on Sudden Link Cable. And I'm Don Julian with your play-by-play. Once again, the Lady Cats beat Wills Point by the score of 3-0. And again, the sets were 25-18, 25-20, and 25-19. So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm Don Julian, and so long, everybody.
I didn't think we started sets very well, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And so if we can just get that consistency all the way through a set, I think it would have looked a lot different for us. I mean, we won in 3, but we have some areas that we need to work on. Just coming in and treating every team like they're just number 1 in the state is what we need to do.
Yeah, you looked like you weren't very happy when we got behind 6-0 in that third set.
Yeah, I don't know many coaches that would be happy about being behind 6-0, especially, that team's ranked 11th in the state in 4A,
yeah.
and they're ranked for a reason. They're a scrappy team. They don't let a lot hit the ground. I mean, they're going to pick a lot of stuff up, and we just have to learn to stay in system, and they were getting us out of system with quick balls over the net. We weren't able to set up our offense and run it because of what they were doing. So, I'm not taking away from them. They're a good team.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been pondering this for a couple of weeks. Is it possible that Autumn Tanton could be getting better? And I said it last year at the beginning of the season, her volleyball IQ is way up there. She can just read things so quick in the middle of a match to score when we need it, and that's just her really studying the game. And so she's gotten better as we progressed. I mean, she put up 10 kills tonight, and a few of those were big time game changers for us. And I credit a lot of that to Lexi kind of getting on the same page with her.
Yes.
To give that ball to her in the wheelhouse.
Oh yeah, and our pass has got to be on point for that to happen. And so it starts with the pass, but Lexi did deliver the ball well. I thought we had some people step in and play well. I thought Kate Womack did a really good job. Got us a couple of aces, and definitely attacked the ball well. So. It got some people some experience, and it's something we can build off of, but we can continue getting better.
I thought Sydney Washburn had a very, very good game.
Yeah,
one of the best I've seen.
Yeah, no, she had some big-time shots when we needed it. She played the net very aggressive. A lot of things were being popped back over real quick, and so she was able to start reading that, and she did a good job.
Will there be any emotion when we play Wiley East on Friday?
This is a
team that shocked us in the playoffs.
I'm hoping the ones that played last year will be ready to play. It's a team that beat us last year, and it was shocking for us. We just got to show up and play. They're going to be a tough team. They're going to be similar to a Wills Point, so we got to play.
Now, they had a losing record when we played them last year, but they may be, much improved. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any records.
It just depends on who they've been playing. They may have been playing some really, really tough competition. So,
well, that's a rugged district.
No, it is.
It is. Two losses against a lot of Forneys and some other teams.
I'm not going to take anything away from them. We're going to go over and treat them like they're an unbelievable team, and we're going to try to play the best we can.